I'm Josh Horowitz, and today on Happy, Sad, Confused, John David Washington and Danielle Deadwyler on their big screen adaptation of The Piano Lesson. Hey guys, welcome to another short version of Happy, Sad, Confused. So I just got back from the Telluride Film Festival. And as is tradition when I'm at a film festival, there's never enough time to do the big, deep dive, 45-minute kind of conversations. But I did want to grab a couple of cool chats while I was out there. And this one is with two fantastic actors delivering great performances in this new adaptation of the beloved August Wilson play, The Piano Lesson. So coming up, you're going to see a 15-20-minute conversation with John David Washington, of course, of Tenet, Black Klansman, so many other films, and Danielle Deadwyler, who is generating a lot of attention for this performance, and justifiably so. If you don't know The Piano Lesson, this is one of August Wilson's seminal works. This is about a family with different perspectives on legacy and moving forward. There's a piano, indeed, as the title suggests, at the center of this dispute between brother and sister. They play brother and sister in the film, and it's a great piece of work, and it is definitely a family affair for all involved. Samuel L. Jackson is one of the key actors. His wife directed the Broadway production that John David Washington and Sam starred in. And as for the Washingtons, there are a ton on display in this production. Malcolm Washington makes his feature directing debut, and John David, of course, stars. John David's mom is one of the producers. His sister is one of the producers. They're in the film, I believe, in cameos. So there's a lot of passion in this film, and it's well worth checking out. It's going to be out in theaters November 8th, and then I believe on Netflix November 22nd. And it is the third of the August Wilson plays that Denzel Washington has produced or directed. So I wanted to catch up with John David, who has become kind of a buddy over the years, and also with Danielle, who very well could be in the awards conversation. So that's the conversation you're going to see. You're going to see us out in the environment of Telluride, shot on a little iPhone. We did the best we could, but the important thing is you'll get a good, cool little conversation. Telluride was amazing. I'll say that in brief just to say it, because every year I go there and I am reinvigorated by the great movies and the great environment. There's no more beautiful place to see a movie than in the mountains of Telluride, Colorado, and the fans are amazing. They are lovers of film, and it's just a chill vibe. I saw a lot of great stuff from Conclave, Edward Berger's new film about kind of the selection of a new pope. Bit of a mystery thriller, but really a fun movie. Saw the Pharrell doc, Piece by Piece, from Morgan Neville. The End with our beloved Michael Shannon, who you will see on another special video coming up on the channel, so look for that. It should be there. If not right now, it'll be there very soon. A conversation I had with Michael Shannon. He's in that film. It's an end-of-the-world kind of musical with Tilda Swinton and George Mackay and Moses Ingram. Very cool movie. So much interesting stuff. Saturday Night from Jason Reitman premiered there. I was there on Saturday night when it premiered. So I'm still processing the great films that I saw in Telluride, and I'm off to the Toronto Film Festival in less than 24 hours. 'Tis the season. So anyway, I want to give you kind of a brief intro, and also just mention that we have a ton of live Happy, Sad, Confused events coming up very, very soon. It's going to get super busy in the best possible way. So I'll put all the information in the show notes, but if you want to see me and Catherine Hahn, Agatha All Along, yes, September 13th, check it out in New York City. Tickets are available for that. September 23rd, Kate Winslet is going to be live with me. Tickets are going fast for that one. And we're going to be screening her new film, Lee. October 4th, Andrew Garfield. Andrew Garfield. The last time I chatted with Andrew Garfield, it made some news, you might recall. Andrew Garfield, October 4th at 92nd Street Y. His new movie is We Live in Time. And October 22nd, Anna Kendrick, who just directed her first film, Woman of the Year. It's fantastic. So put that on your radar. And that's not all. There's a lot more coming up. New York Comic Con. I have a lot of exciting news coming on that front very soon, so stay tuned. And I just wanted to kind of give you guys the update on all the events and all the excitement happening. Remember to hit that subscribe button, spread the good word of Happy Sad Confused. If you haven't checked out our Clips channel, Josh Horowitz Clips, look it up on YouTube and subscribe to that. We're putting up old clips from like archived interviews that people haven't seen in years, new stuff, special stuff. Check it out. And I guess without any further preamble, let's go to my conversation. Enjoy this chat with John David Washington, Danielle Deadwyler. Put it on your radar, The Piano Lesson, coming soon on Netflix. We're going to jump in, guys, because we're in Telluride. Danielle,
Yes.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
Big
It's
fan
a
of your
pleasure
work.
to meet you too.
John David, it's good to see you, buddy.
See you too.
We're here for a very important, good occasion. I was privileged to be in the audience for the premiere of The Piano Lesson. How are you guys feeling? This is a big moment for a very important movie for many reasons.
I feel good.
Feel great.
I feel good. I felt good when we first got it started. If you're being led by Malcolm, you're fine.
Yeah. Do you have anxiety going into something like this, John David, or is it more excitement of finally getting to share with the world what you guys have been working on for years?
Well, yeah, that excitement I guess it trumps the anxiety of what you're saying, though, like working on it for so long. But I guess less anxiety than ever before because of who I'm with.
Yeah.
You know, who made it, who our leader is, and, you know, who the crew is, who the cast is. Like that I feel a great deal of ease because of that, how we made it and what we did.
Yeah. The pedigree is obviously exceptional. For those who don't know, this is part of August Wilson's amazing body of work. I got a chance to see this on stage when John David was on Broadway, and many of the actors returned for this. And it's stellar performance after stellar performance. But talk to me a little bit about, I guess, first, August Wilson's place in your own path as an actor, as a lover of the arts. Were you raised on August Wilson's work, or when did you come to?
Totally raised. I'm from Atlanta, so Kenny Leon's True Colors Theater Company is based in Atlanta. They've done August Wilson's plays numerous times. I remember being a kid seeing stuff at the Alliance Theater, and so the Century Cycle is just a part of my personal, artistic, creative rearing. I know so many people have done all of the works. I remember the last time I saw an August Wilson piece in Atlanta was Gem of the Ocean. A dear friend, Tanya Jackson, was in it, and it was just like Black Mary through her was just crazy. And so it's just a part of our lives. It's our canon in the same way that Shakespeare is very much everyone's canon. August is that too, like as real as can be. And you want to honor it. You want to honor it because of the way that it's carried. What did I say? I saw 7 guitars as a kid in New York on Broadway. Crazy. Heavy hitters in that too at that time. I can't remember. Too many drugs. But alas, but it was. I'm probably Ruben Santiago, right? And he's you know, just quintessential August thinker, creative. And so those are the people who have defined my understanding of August's work, who have defined my understanding of Black life in a certain kind of way as presented on stage. And you carry that into doing this work with these beautiful people, you good.
This is a Washington family enterprise, and I'm guessing that August Wilson's work is important because, I mean, your dad has talked about wanting to produce the cycle, the 10 plays. This is the third film. Was it a game changer to finally do the work on Broadway? Did that change you as an actor, and has this further changed you think?
Absolutely. Yeah. I wanted to do it on stage, you know, more than I wanted to do it on film, or at least I wanted to do that first. Yeah. I felt like, it's funny you're talking about the Shakespearean comparison. I couldn't agree more. Like it's our, you know, coming of age. It's our language, and he's been able to draw such raw and real emotions in the African American experience in such a poetic way, you know, that it's like a rites of passage for any actor to be able to speak his words. Yeah. And so it meant so much to me. Even selfishly, just chasing the kind of actor, the kind of performer I want to be, I needed to. It's like I got to do Taming of the Shrew, and I got to do, you know, an August Wilson piece, you know. And I'm like, okay, I have the confidence to take on whatever I need to, whatever I want to.
So I alluded to this. I mean, your brother's directing it. He did an exceptional job, Malcolm. You know, Dad is a producer on this. Your sister is a producer. I believe another sister's in the film. Mom's in the film. I mean, Washington's throughout. What does that add to this whole experience? I mean, this is obviously a personal project for the whole family, I would imagine.
Well, I mean, the atmosphere was familial. You know, like she's family. Like everybody, like
welcome to the
part
family.
Of the race, you know?
Hey, I'm about to get a tad.
So, and you say the Washingtons, but the Jacksons as well.
Sure.
I mean, Sam Jackson originated the role,
right.
you know, and I'm seeing him every night on stage. Like, oh my God, like you did this first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And LaTanya Jackson directed the play, so it's a familial sense. It feels. I guess that's why, to your question earlier, I feel so confident and less anxious about presenting it because of those factors.
Yeah.
So it's a privilege. I'm very lucky.
I mean, and it's appropriate given the subject matter of this play, essentially because it is about legacy. It is about family. It is about how we look at the past, how we move on or don't move on or honor the past. Can you talk a little bit about this specific play and why this one resonates with you?
Oh dear.
Big question. I know, big one.
It's critical. Everybody's in a moment of family connectivity. How are we connecting? How are we dismantling? The pandemic was so just horrific for all of us. And I think we're in a moment where we're all trying to reconnect with each other. And so when you talk about piano lesson, you're talking about a trauma that has occurred that has not been addressed, and how do we even begin to come back and confront it? You can't wipe things away. You can't act as if they don't exist. And so confrontation is pivotal for any kind of healing. And I think we are all globally in that kind of space. How do we even begin to talk about the thing that has happened that has wrecked and ruptured every quality of our being? And I'm always trying to like move through that kind of feeling, that kind of boiling of the blood, that movement of my spirit. And, yeah.
And it is one of those works. It's the reason why people keep coming back to August Wilson's work is, like Shakespeare, you come back and you approach it in a different way. You ask different questions, the same questions, get different answers. I mean, I would imagine this experience for you, again, you get a lot out of the Broadway experience, but did this open up new questions and answers for you as you shot this on film?
I mean, it's an excellent point you bring up about like how it's reimagined. We always come back to these works. And what was so exciting for me, being a part of the cinematic version, was the new lens it's being told through, which was Malcolm's, which was being a part of the nexus of the old generation, the Wilsonians, the old, the originators like Sam and company, and seeing what the new folks have to say about our history, because it is our history, and we know all about it, but saying it in a different way, the perspective of it changing, maybe not the antiquated issues changing necessarily, but the opinion and the perspective of those issues are expressed in a new way, in a new idea, and using these being us, the actors, the instruments, to tell that, I think was the most intriguing part about the approach to the film.
Guys, I'm so excited to talk about Green Chef, our sponsor on Happy, Sad, Confused this week, primarily because we just had an amazing meal thanks to Green Chef. We made delicious quesadillas that were easy, that were delicious, and were actually healthy, no guilt whatsoever. Don't let the back-to-school season set back your nutrition. Green Chef is making it easy to stick to your healthy eating habits with a new, more flexible menu featuring over 35 customizable recipe options each and every week. New options include doubling your portion of protein or veggies, or swapping to a plant-based protein like organic tofu or tempeh. Something for everybody with Green Chef. Plus, you can take your clean routine further with 2 times the support, Green Chef's healthiest menu ever, and access to thousands of top-rated gyms and fitness studios worldwide from ClassPass. For a limited time, new Green Chef subscribers will also receive 50 free credits to use at ClassPass, about a month's worth of membership. Plus, think about the menu options. Each week features rotating options that suit a variety of lifestyles, including a Mediterranean diet, maybe you're a plant-based diet person, maybe you're looking for calorie smart or keto. Green Chef has something for literally everybody. Go to greenchef.com/happysadclass for 50% off your first box plus 50 free credits with ClassPass. That's code HAPPYSADClass at greenchef.com/happysadclass to get 50% off your first box plus 50 ClassPass credits. greenchef.com/happysadclass. Green Chef, the #1 meal kit for eating well. I think it's also exciting. I mean, I think people can tell from the trailer, maybe you have some preconceived notions if you don't know this work, that it's going to feel stagey, it's going to feel whatever it is, but like, yeah, to use the cliche, it feels cinematic. This feels, in many ways, there are genre elements to this that I think will play to hopefully even a wider audience than is predisposed to go see theater. Is that part of the dream and the hope, to expose this, I would imagine, to a larger
that's
audience?
Malcolm doing a psych your mind on everybody, right? Like, no, this is not just a play. This is psych your mind. Your booty shine. Yeah. You're welcome. No, I mean, that's it is a haunting play,
Yes.
right? It is about a haunting, and when you don't address the haunting, that impacts us all. And so he brought in all of these other aspects of the genre to give people a different end. Because I saw, or people told me that folks were like, "What is this? Is this a thriller?
Right.
Is it a horror? Is it a drama? Period?" Like, that's fun. You don't get to peg it down,
Right.
because it is that complex, and that's exciting for people.
Yeah.
It brings more people in who may not engage with the stage as often,
Yeah.
and that's beautiful. Everybody needs an in, and then that will perhaps encourage them to see the play, or and vice versa.
And there's the reality too of, we were kind of alluding to what we were talking before, like more people will see this than saw any play version of this. And
Well, August Wilson has said that they were doing the television film, Alfred Woodard, Charles Dutton and Company, and there's an interview you can see online that it's so interesting seeing that. But like today, in today's era, like how August Wilson was excited to know that more people are going to have access to this work.
Right.
So it's the very thing we're doing right now.
What's it like to be on set with this company of actors? Because literally, like, I could talk to any of this ensemble and gush, because everybody truly delivers. You don't want to get caught watching, but you catch yourself watching Sam Jackson, Ray Fisher, everybody, and say, these guys have the goods. This is amazing.
You can go.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I was definitely caught watching this one right here. I'm like, we acting right.
You have the best
She's
seat in
living
town.
She's living in a reality that
I
I'm
don't know
like,
what
we
you're
didn't
talking
discuss
about.
this in the rehearsal. Wait, you've
I don't know
alternated the
what
realities.
you
here.
invited it. You invited it.
Yeah, it was a jam session, and Michael Potts. I mean, and just Ray, Corey coming off of his performance too on stage. Just like everybody was on fire and wanted to be there because of this new perspective from Malcolm Hayes Washington. So everybody's bringing their A game.
Why you say that man's whole name?
Oh, my bad.
Okay.
Sorry.
But it brings that out of you.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you see?
I'm not telling you my middle name. Anyway, I mean, it's delightful to be on a set that is so loving.
Yeah.
You want to be there, so much so that you come on days where you are not working because you want to see Erykah Badu do her thing. You want to see the guys playing. Yes, I watched you
Saw her in the corner watching you.
supporting, sending all
Say,
of
judging or encouraging?
sending love and energy and bringing you
in a
cake.
judgmental way.
I can't believe.
Oh, that's true.
Anyway,
That's true. Cake. No, that's true.
I love this man. I was
love
sending
her
him all the beautiful
No,
joy. No, it's really love. It's really fantastic to be on this kind of set.
You can tell. You can feel it in the finished product. I want to end by talking a little bit about just the experience that we are among the privileged few that get to be at a film festival like this. And Telluride in particular is a really special one. What's it like from your vantage point coming into something like this? A very unique experience for anybody, let alone an actor in a film like this.
This is my first experience at Telluride, and I'm shocked, and I'm in love with it. It's so calm and intimate and casual. People just really want to go look at film, and that's what I want to do too. I know. And people want to talk about film in a richer way, a deeper way. And you happen to be hypnotized by these glorious mountains and the streams and the altitude.
Careful of the bears. I saw a bear here.
No.
one year.
Bears? Like on campus?
Yeah, that.
I saw a bear.
campus.
Stream very nearby here. I saw a bear a couple years ago.
No,
man.
the
So-
trash cans I just learned that are the black bears, and they knocked them over looking for food.
I don't want to cast a
Yeah.
pall over this,
Yeah.
but you got to be
They
careful.
looking for
in nature.
popcorn because they want to watch a movie too.
Yeah, they're fans of August Wilson.
They
too.
wanna see the movie too.
Oh yeah, well, all right, they can pull up. They can pull up.
But yeah, it's
violence.
delightful to be. It's not like it's less pomp and circumstance, less
Yes.
to do and more let's talk
just
about the film.
Yeah, totally. What's it like for you, John David?
I mean, yeah, it's. I agree with everything she said. I mean, there's just such a comfort and relaxed environment that's set here. I guess due to where we are in the elevation as well. But whether it be Pablo Larraín or Will Ferrell, they're like chill and talking about stuff, like whether it's like films and experiences and some of the insecurities and some I'm like, oh my goodness, but like willing to give that information in a situation or in a cipher that's just organic, not like what I mean. Yeah. That's not like cameras here, we're doing right.
Yeah.
It feels more organic in that way.
I know you got a chance to see Nickel Boys, so you're trying to sneak in some movies while you're here.
Yeah,
amazing,
definitely. Yeah. Heavy. That was a heavy one. My goodness.
Experimentation.
Amazing. Well, that's the thing, honestly, not to gush too much about this festival, but like their standards are so high. Like if you make it into this festival, chances are it's a special piece of work.
That's what I've been told.
Yeah. What's coming up next for you guys?
A couple of films coming.
Talk about it.
Little action.
Little something.
Something else horror. Yes, I made those words up.
Oh, horror.
Yeah.
Horror. That's the new genre?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
She can do it all. That's what you're saying.
I dibble dabble.
What are you dibble dabbling next, John David? I don't see anything coming up. Something's cooking. Something's happening.
That's when you keep it quiet.
I got the. The mic. I guess it turned off.
Okay, that's always a good sign. It's going to be something worth talking about when the mic goes out mysteriously.
I said it.
We need a crew. Come check this technology.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Danielle. Always been a fan, and you totally kill it in this movie. Amazing. I know we're going to be talking about this one for months and months in the best possible way. And John David, I mean, another achievement unleashed. I mean, again, when I saw you on Broadway in this, unbelievable, and again to see it on the big screen, I'm so excited the world gets to experience it now.
Thank you, Josh.